video, we're going to dive right into it. We're talking about the fact that it's so important for us women to be selfish instead of selfless. See, many women, girls, young ladies, we've been conditioned, right? There's a lot for us to unlearn as we grow in many of our societies, to be selfless, to be sacrificial. But that mindset is only going to get you ending up in very detrimental situations. I'm going on and on with my take, but I'll let you guys dive into it. Get your popcorn, get your Coca-Cola, your wine. Some of these takes from different perspectives of other women of how to really become selfish, just like men do. Many men are super selfish. It's always about them. Like I always say, those three things. It's all about schmegs. It's all about status. They like the next shiny thing. And it's all about selfishness. So we're going to copy and paste that into our lives, right? So get right into it.
Let's talk selfishness and how to have the best selfish era ever. Some of you have been so wrapped up into doing things because other people have wanted you to do them, or doing things based on your socialization and your conditioning. Those are the things that your mom, your dad, your parents, your grandparents, your aunties, your uncles told you needed to do, how they showed you to be a woman, that you really have been living your own life from a place that was not about who you are, what you want, your pleasures, or what you want to feel. And there's often a lot of guilt around being selfish, especially when it comes to Black women, because we're taught that we have to be respectful of our parents and be respectful of our elders, even if you well into your 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. But now is the time for you to recognize that you get to take care of yourself. You get to reclaim your power. You get to step back into your divine feminine. And you get to do what you want to do simply because you want to do it. And this is the perfect opportunity for you to take that selfish position in your life, because life rewards the selfish woman. Listen to me and listen to me clearly. A woman who puts her needs first, who puts her pleasure first, who puts her desires first, will always get what she wants, because that's what she is focused on. And energy flows where focus and attention goes. So anything that you focus your energy and your attention on, it will grow. Life will recognize that that is what you want more of, and it will give you more of the pleasure, more of the joy, more of the things that you are creating for yourself. So start being a little bit more selfish with your time. Start being a little bit more selfish with your energy, and start being a lot more selfish about how you take care of yourself over pleasing and taking care of others. It's time for you to start having your selfish girl era and bring on that soft girl era.
You need to be more selfish. Being selfish is your gateway to success. I want you to think of every successful person you know. Are they worried about what other people think? Are they worried about letting people down at the expense of their own health? Are they broke because they refuse to invest in themselves but invest time and money into everyone else? The answer is no. Selfish people understand that there is no prize for constantly putting others before them just to be seen as nice. Selfish people realize that you have to isolate yourself from the opinions of the world and decide that what you want and need to accomplish is more important than prioritizing everyone else's needs before your own.
You're going to have to start your feminine energy journey by yourself in total isolation. A lot of my clients ask me, or a lot of women, when I get on the app and I start coaching, they say, well, how do I start this feminine energy journey? Like, where do I begin? You begin by yourself. You have to be in total isolation. In order for you to become the new version of yourself and the new woman, you're going to have to cut out the noise and get rid of all the old stuff that you used to do. The Bible says you can't put new wine in old wineskins. Now, even if you're not a believer, this applies to you. You wouldn't put new throw pillows on bedding that you need to wash, right? You would wash your sheets first, and then you would put your new pillows on. Same thing, okay? You need to clean out your house first before that new woman walks in. And by house, I mean your spirit. What does cleaning out your house look like? Getting rid of toxic friends. Maybe doing a social media cleanse. Maybe you stop going to that club. Maybe you stop going to that bar. You have to stop doing any and everything that does not line up with the future version of yourself. Because millionaires don't hang out with unproductive people. They don't. So if you want to be a millionaire, what are you hanging out with people who are penny pinching for? Now, this is going to have to be a time where you're completely selfish. A lot of women were like, oh, I have to help. You can, no. You have to help you right now. Mayday, 911, emergency, woman down, woman in distress. Help yourself. You are today's lesson. During this time, this is your butterfly phase, your cocoon phase, okay? Caterpillar's on the ground, then it's in the cocoon, then it's a butterfly. It's in the cocoon all by itself before it transforms. So while you're transforming, you're healing, you're leveling up. You can get you a therapist, you can get you a coach, get you some self-help books, start watching some documentaries and the girls on YouTube, and completely immerse yourself in a cocoon of self-development. That is how you get started. That is how you level up all alone to face your demons, to face all of those things that you've neglected, to face the person you've neglected the most, which is yourself, the man in the mirror, the woman in the mirror, to sit with your thoughts and your emotions and figure out the type of woman you want to be.
So my take on women switching their mindset on becoming selfish, it's really hard, especially if at the core of you are always selfless. You see something, you take care of it right away. The clothes on the floor, he drops his underwear on the floor, the sink is dirty, he doesn't put the seat up, and you're the one always running behind him to take care of it. He hangs out with the boys in the basement or the man cave or the living room. There's bottles of beer all over the place. Yet you still have the duty of fully taking care of the kids, and also have the full duty of working your full-time hours and contributing 50%, if not more. Go do the research. Majority of women in many households are paying all the bills or most of the bills and just covering up for the man just so they don't hurt their egos, or just ashamed to even acknowledge the fact that they pay majority of bill or the bill, or they have to really do a lot of work, mental labor, emotional labor, in order to get their husband, their partners to contribute more than the 50% of the finances, because otherwise they're gonna just continue to sink if you don't advocate for yourself. But this is the struggle that many women find behind the scenes, especially when it comes to finances, the labor, the free labor that we provide in the home. So you go there and he's hang out with his friends or whatever. There's beer bottles on the floor, bottles, the plate of jollof or whatever soup you made in the kitchen, spending hours and hours, is all left there because it's not in their place to clean up after themselves. Weaponizing competence to the max. Or if they do anything, pull it in the sink, and the sink is piled up to here. You have 1, 2, 3 more kids. You're exhausted, you're overstretched. Everywhere you go, everybody needs you. Mommy this, mommy that. And he's calling you. He's not even calling you your like a sweet name or anything. After getting married, after a year or two, most of the men, especially after coming and start calling you after you're out of your name. Hey, whatever. What do you call it? Hey, I close you out. Hey, like they just call you a hey name. And if you don't niche that in the butt, and you're gonna be like the good girl, the good wife. If you don't speak up, you're going to be viewed as disrespectful. Or if you speak up, he's going to think you're nagging. He's going to go after another woman. So let him. So let it. You know the Let It theory by Mel Robbins? Go read it. It's a really good book. Let them theory. But you have to advocate for yourself. You have to be self-help as a woman in order for you to survive. And be able to keep your mental health, your physical health, your emotional health, your spiritual health, your purpose, your drive going. Otherwise, you're going to be dry and shriveled up. I can't drive enough time how important it is for you to be selfish. Advocate, push for what you need, push for what your children's need. If it's not going, bring a third party, a fourth party, a fifth party. Bring legal into it. Don't be ashamed to be, oh yeah, I'm not going to take him to bring, to pay whatever. I'm going to not have him pay child support. You're the one suffering. You're the one who's going to continue to suffer. Because this man are selfish liars, majority of them. Even the ones that are to be good and quiet and demure and blah, blah, blah. They are not all that great. Some of the men who are supposedly be like the quiet type, the cool guy type, the nice guy, they're the most dangerous ones. When they pass on, you're going to find out that they have 10 kids behind you in different state, in different area codes. Okay? You're going to find out that the will and everything switch up onto his brother's name. And you're going to be like, what? Meanwhile, he kept the peace in the home. And it's just something happens and switches on their psyche through peer pressure, the patriarchy, the mindset, not be viewed as simp. Culture also plays a big role in how a lot of men show up in marriages or relationships, especially when it comes to our culture, African culture, that kind of thing. So just, you have to be very calculated, very tactful, navigate this like you're running a show, a business, especially when it comes to your partner, your husband, making sure all your eyes are dotted. You cannot control someone, because that's just like out of the game. But what can you do to hold your agency? What can you do to hold your self-worth, self-esteem while there? And if you're planning to exit, what are the ways that you kind of safeguard that? We'll contact therapists, the counselor, the lawyer, the CPA, the accountant, but you have to constantly, at least every 3 months, every quarter, do check-ins. If he's not willing to allow you to do check-ins, I've been there before. When they start to hide assets, start to hide things they don't want to give you access, that's why you gotta wake up and find support that will help you unlock and get the access that you need. Because when you've been there 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, some people have been there decades, your labor is labor. Whatever you provided for, they've stepped on you to get to where they are, especially financially and all that. It counts, it matters. You don't want to walk away with nothing, so to speak. But at the same time, make sure you're safeguarding yourself. Hold on your education, your career, your vocational skills, your certifications. Make sure you're there. So if something should happen, even if you don't get access, you end up not getting access. Some of these men are conniving. You can still survive on your own. You can provide your basic needs and provide basic needs for your children as well. So you're not finding yourself being codependent. A lot of women will stay in some of this relationship being selfless and find themselves years down the drain that they've been left to nothing. Okay, and if you find yourself like so having to work so much to keep these things going, to keep the peace, to have access to to prevent him, every meeting he's in, you want to be in because you're afraid he might cheat or somebody. That's exhausting. What time does that leave you to live in your purpose? We are here to live one life. So do it well as a woman too. And learn some of the things that we have learned as young women, as girls, and advocate, protect your peace, protect yourself, protect your emotional state, your physical state. If you're exiting, make sure that you have, even having security, having cameras, making sure you have trackable devices on you. You have to be, don't be like, not me. This is how these women get unalive. I'm not saying that it's, but the more prepared you are, the more covered you are, the more they know they can't mess with you like that. I hope this was helpful. Can't wait to hear your comments in the comment section. Leave me a comment, leave me a like, share, hit the subscribe button.
I think we should all learn from men as women is putting ourselves first. Yeah. A man will leave a woman with kids all because he's putting himself first. Man will choose to cheat on you all because he's putting his happiness first. Yeah. A man will lie to you all because he's protecting his peace. So in conclusion, as a woman, stop being selfless and start being a little bit more selfish. Yeah. Put yourself first because men will always put themselves first. And don't feel guilty about it at all.
One thing we all need to learn from men is how to lie. Yeah. Men are the best liars. And some of you have men that are willing to spend money on you, but you just tell them the truth too soon. Oh no, I don't like you like that. You're just a friend. When you should be keeping your mouth closed. You should be pretending. Yeah. Oh, I like you. I can't wait to cook for you. I can't wait to be your wife. And once you get the funds that you're looking for, you get up out of there. Man will know he does not want to make a woman his wife or his official girlfriend, but he will still take the advantage of spreading her legs from east to west. So you, as a woman, need to take the advantage of spreading his pockets from east to west.
I'm convinced that men like mean girls. Yeah. The ones that don't care if he calls, the one that don't care if he texts, the girls that's like, where's the funds? Not you, the one that's losing edges and sleep over him not calling, texting, or acting right. Baddie who knows her work and knows that she is the bag. Yeah, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and clear that roster full of men that don't have any fun.
This is a real question for my women out here. Every single time that we have seen a woman sacrifice herself for the betterment of others, what happens to her? Do people come out of the bushes with a trophy saying, wow, you're the best woman alive? We love you? No. She becomes a ghost, a fragment, a piece, a sliver of the person that she used to be. She may be resentful. She may be sad. She might not recognize herself at some point. But when does it ever become a good thing? When does it ever become something we celebrate? As women, we inherently are selfless. We give the shirts off of our back. We're programmed to be nurturing. And I'm not speaking for all women because some of y'all out here just trifling got your own issues. But the majority of us are programmed to be caring, selfless beings already. It's already instilled in us to be this way. So when we overdo in that department, we overgive, we over-sacrifice, it's not a good thing. It's not beautiful. It's not something we commend. We may say, oh yeah, I love mom because she gives us the world, but no. If you really love your mom, if you really love women in your life, you want them to love themselves. You want them to choose themselves. You want them to take care of themselves, because only when a woman truly takes care of herself is she her best self. It's only when she becomes more selfish that she gets the life that she deserves. She puts her foot down. She demands respect. She takes care of herself inside and out. Oh, she has that glow. She starts wearing her best stuff, her best clothes. She's adorning herself. She's loving herself. She's becoming her best self. And I'm telling you this at 32 years of life. I've seen it in books. I've seen it in media. I've seen it in real life with my mother, who gives too much sometimes. We need to stop. We need to pour into ourselves. We need to evaluate. We need to really learn how to love ourselves and to live in that truth every day. And only then will we really become what we were meant to be. Only then can we truly help those around us. Only then can we get out of that abusive relationship. Only then can we find a job that appreciates us and compensates us for what we are worth. Only then will we say goodbye to the friendships and the people who are draining us and align ourselves with the people who are meant to be in our world. Only then will we be around people who replenish our energy instead of depleting it. So I'll ask you today, ladies, are you choosing yourself? And even if you are a little bit and there's more work to do, how can you choose yourself more today? Not tomorrow, today. What aren't you doing? How aren't you feeling good in your own skin? How aren't you feeling balanced? How aren't you really reflecting on what matters in your life? No one feels that headache besides you. No one feels them cramps besides you. No one knows what you need besides you. Love yourself more today, sis. For real. We need you. The world needs you. You need you.
Okay, the dream girl is not the girl who doesn't care, pretends not to care, plays these little childish mind games. No. The dream girl cares. She cares a lot. She cares about the people in her life. She cares about where her life is going. She cares about her passions, her dreams, her goals. She cares. She cares a lot about herself. She cares about herself, and she prioritizes herself. And in return, the man prioritizes her. In return, the man chases her. Ladies, men do not want to be with the good golden retriever girl. Men's dream girl is not the girl that runs after them and panders them. I've said this in my videos so many times. Men do not like women that desire them. I'm going to say that again. Men do not like women that desire them. When a man knows a woman desires him first, and she's actively pursuing him, and she's sending him signals that she's very interested, it actually makes him anxious. Yeah, it causes anxiety in men. This is psychological. This is how their brain works, by the way. Everything that I say is not just like out of thin air. This is men's psychology, and they will be in the comments right now. They will go in the comments right now and try and deny until they're blue in the face. But it's just funny. It's just so funny because men do not like it when you crack the code. Men do not like it when you tap into their mind, when you're able to know how they are thinking. They don't like it. Well, I have access to a lot of knowledge and some amazing people, so I choose to go out and learn. So everything I say, ladies, is not just plucked out of thin air. This is men's psychology, and you need to know this, and young women need to know this, so that you are not wasting your good years on these men who do not give an F about you and never will. Men do not like women who are nice to them. Men's dream girl is the girl who is selfish and she does not care. Because the more you care, the less he will care. It causes anxiety in them when they know a woman desires them. It makes them feel anxious. It makes them start to question, why does this woman desire me? What is this? How come she desires me? What does she want from me? These are the vulnerable parts of men that they don't want you to know, and they are never ever going to reveal to you, by the way. Ladies, good women, nice girls, finish last. I cannot tell you how many girls I know that were the golden retriever girlfriends. They were loving and kind and they did everything right, and they went above and beyond for this man, and in the end he left her. In the end he cheated on her with some girl who does not give an F about him. What you need to understand about men is that everything that they say to you, flip it. Flip it. They say things because they are not where they need to be. They are not where they want to be. Every man, if he had the opportunity right now, ladies, and I want you all to listen. I want you all to listen to me loud and clear right now. Every single man right now, if he had the chance to, he had the opportunity to, and he had the access to, and he had the resources to be this successful, high value, top 20/10% man, whatever you want to call them, and have access to all these shiny things, to all these beautiful women from all over the world, they will take it, because ultimately that is what every man is striving for. Every man is striving for that. Selfish, they are surface level, and they are shallow. They are shallow as hell. They care about how you look. Yes, they do. And I know I'm going to get women in the comments being like, no, my husband said I'm beautiful either way. I put on weight and he says I'm still beautiful. No, he's never, ever, ever going to tell you the truth. Men want women that are unattainable. They want what they can't have. If they had a chance, they would go for it. They would leave you in a heartbeat. He is with you because of his circumstances. He cannot afford to leave. If he had the chance and the stars aligned for him, he would leave you in a heartbeat to get a taste of what is out there. That is why you never, ever center your life around a man.
Ladies, a selfish woman is always going to get exactly what she wants, okay? Because men don't expect women to be selfish. Growing up, we were taught we had to be selfless, that we had to give unconditional love, right? And men grow up being told that women are going to depend on them for everything. Finances, stability, security, emotional support, safety, everything, right? So they know this. This is programmed in their thinking that a woman is going to depend on them. That's why they go out and they work hard and they, get their resources together so that they can, at some point in their life, provide for that woman, right?
This is how they are taught. They are taught to put themselves first. That's why a man will have fun with you and discard you, but he will not lose focus on his goals. He will never ever put his life on hold for a woman. When have you ever heard a man put his life on hold for a woman? They don't. They don't. You've never heard it because it doesn't exist. Men don't do that. They don't care. They are told to do what they need to do. They are told to get things in order. They are told that they have to go out and make somebody of themselves, right? Because they actually have to prove their worth in society. We don't. We are born with value. We're just born with value. Being a woman itself is so powerful and we hold so much value. Whereas with men, they actually have to prove their value in society. They have to bring some value in order to be respected, to be wanted, to be desired, right? So men know that. So they never ever let a woman get in their way. They never ever put their life on hold for a woman. They never ever sit there and go, you know what, everything's going really bad in my life, but you know what, I've got this woman and I'm going to cater to her and I'm going to pour into her. They never do that. But women do, because we're taught from a very young age that we have to give love to them. We're taught unconditional love. We're taught we have to endure pain. We're congratulated for enduring pain. Make that make sense. Being able to be resilient. No. Selfish women get what they want in life. A selfish woman has a vision in life. She has a clear direction of where she's going and she's not going to let anyone sway her. She's not going to let anyone sway her, of course. Selfish women get what they want because they pour into themselves, ladies. And the more you pour into yourself, the more the man is going to pour into you, because you signal to him that he is not the only person that matters in your world, that the world does not revolve around him. And men get a shock to the system when they learn that, because they don't expect that. They don't expect that from women. So when a woman is selfish and she puts herself first and she only cares about herself, the man will care about you. If you pour into yourself, he will pour into you. The more you pour into yourself, the more he will pour into you. The more you love yourself, the more he will love you. The more you choose yourself, the more he's going to choose you. And then the other way around. The more you pour into him, the less he's going to pour into you. So, ladies, you need to fall in love with yourself. You need to fall in love with your future. You need to focus on becoming the highest version of yourself. Who is that high version of yourself? Who is she? What car does she drive? What clothes does she wear? What music does she listen to? Which restaurants does she go to? Where does she get her nails done? You have to focus on being your highest self. And your highest self is not going to have her world revolve around a man. Because, ladies, men would never do that for you. And if there's one thing that we can learn from men, is how selfish they are. It's okay to be selfish, ladies. It's okay. It's okay to put yourself first. It's okay to put yourself first and say, you know what? I don't care about that man. Like, he's a grown-ass man. He can take care of himself. Because the more you pour into yourself and the more focused you are on yourself, the more he is going to want to pour into you. The more he values you. Your value goes instantly up.
Men never picked a woman that did so much for them. So if you ever find yourself in a situation where you didn't build this man up, help him with his resume, help him get a job, help him build a business, help him flip his money, help him when he didn't have no credit, help him raise his children on some you wasn't nobody before I met you type of thing, thinking that you're going to get a return on your investment, or somehow this man's going to be indebted to you and do right by you because you helped him with all his... He's not, okay? This is the same man that will go and find a woman who's not doing half of the things that you're doing and give her the sun, the moon, and the stars because she makes him feel like a man. It's just what it is. He didn't ask you to do all of that. And do you think he want to look at you and think like, oh, this woman helped me build my life? He's not your child, right? It just never works out like that. So do me a favor and save your time, your money, okay, and all of your energy, because it just never rolls around like that, baby. Either he's going to be like, thank you, peace out, or he's going to be like, I didn't ask you to do all of that. I didn't ask you to do all of that. It is going to be a conflict of interest. So you choose.
So let's talk about the selfless wife, right? Globally, and especially from where I come from as African, we have been cultured to believe that being selfless, not being too much, saying less, being submissive, respectful, not rocking the boat, not causing any type of ruckus is the way to be a good wife. Many men are also cultured to believe in the patriarchy. There's a lot of misogyny that goes on, the belief that women are object to be used for satisfaction, to be used for sex, to be selfish and controlling, to control the finances and affair, to be the head of the household at any cost, even if it's causing a lot of turmoil, even if it's causing a lot of heartache and sadness to the partner or to the children, even if it's to the detrimental of the relationship. So the selfishness, the running after the next shiny thing, the status chasing, and the fact that patriarchy believe in controlling women, that women are seen and not to really be engaging, that women are supposed to just follow and be able to be respectful and submissive and be more quiet and will not speak up. And if you're going to speak, I have to be like, really have to go through a law, book an appointment kind of. There's no true partnership. So I'm to say, being in marriage, if you already find yourself there, being able to find ways to advocate for yourself, because that's what a lot of these men have grown up to observe. So the patriarchy runs on those mindsets that I just mentioned, from observation, from seeing their dads do it, their uncles do it, their grandparents do it. It doesn't matter sometimes even how you raise them, but if the circles, the environment, the community, the society in which they are being raised, if the boy child is not being taught and really being taught continuously to have these ongoing conversations about how you're supposed to protect and provide and look out and really be flexible in their mindset or idea of 50-50 and being able to, hey, 50-50 is 50, and being able to come to the relationship with the idea that you still also be able to help the partner with household chores, with the heavy lifting of the children. It doesn't just fall on the woman. It's a skill. So when they were single, they were doing it. So they should be able to do it even when they are married or in a committed relationship. So that whole burden doesn't become heavy on the woman. So then the woman who's being selfless and being sacrificial, so to speak, they still have that mindset. And you have a partner who embraces the red pill mindset, who embraces the patriarchy, who is very misogynistic, and you are also trying to be that selfless wife. By the time you realize, and this man run off, leave you, detach, abandon you, neglect you, and the truth, which a lot of times happen. This is why I see many clients come to me with the same issues, is that you have to go in there decentering and centering yourself, looking out for yourself, your career, your skill set, your future, your finances, making sure you're bringing people into play. If you cannot get a resolution on your own while you're in it, to bring people to the table to help you bring some resolution, especially when it comes to financial safeguard that. This story that I hope be able to stitch to this video of this lady who, after 27 years of being married, finally getting married, divorced because the man left and went to be with another woman, cheated and left, and she found out. And he controls all the finances, as in many cases, and she's finding herself with zero financial support. And many a man will really destroy you as a woman, destroy the life and the future of your children financially. If you allow that to be the case, you're not advocating for yourself, you're not saving anything, you're not running your career, especially women who choose to stay home because the husband told them they need to stay home and be homemakers, and you acclimate to that. You sit and not allow yourself to have a secure source of income, even you're a stay-at-home mom or if you're working part-time and really to safeguard something in savings, something for you, for your future, for your children. If something should change, something should happen, you can still be able to provide basic needs for yourself and your children. These are the dynamics that really can impact so many aspects of people's lives, including future lives. How the children going to survive through life, through college, and secure a better future for themselves. This is how generational traumas can perpetuate, because financial abuse is real, and financial trauma can lead to many other traumas, including people getting into really legal troubles, people getting into health troubles because you can't afford the healthiest meals. You end up having to settle for, you know what I mean. You know where I'm going with that. So there's a huge research surrounding this. Make sure you're advocating for yourself. Make sure you're centering yourself and decentering. Make sure you work around your mindset around being selfless and being perceived as a good wife, and secure your current situation and secure your future and the future of your children by ensuring that you can courageously and fearlessly bring people to the table. But if it's not resolved, don't wait until 27 years, 30 years for you to jump out and have to start afresh. But if that's the case, you still have done so courageously, and you can still go back to start from scratch rather than stay in a toxic relationship, so you turn a relationship that can literally unalive you. Sending you so much love. On that note, if you can whip it in your mind, you can whip it as well in your finances while you're in that relationship. Bye. Ladies, don't be that nurturing, naive woman. Don't be it. It's not going to serve you. In the long term, you're the one who's going to be on the losing end. Don't be doing too much in your relationship.
What? Were you talking to me? No, I didn't hear what you said. Okay, so what'd you say? Yeah, dinner was fine. It's chicken and rice. It's nothing to write home about. Do I want to talk about what? No, not right now, not really. Because I'm trying to fix something at work. No, I don't need to take a break while we're eating dinner. I'm done eating dinner, okay? Because I don't need to have a conversation for the 1,000th time about how my day was at work or how your day was with the kids. It's the same shit every day, okay? Be quiet in there. I'm not being hostile lately, okay? Can we just sit at dinner without having to talk about anything? Just quiet? Why do you always need something to talk about? Don't you ever run out of shit to say? What do you mean we're connecting? Connecting. We've been together for 12 years. I think we've connected enough already, no? 14 years, whatever. Same difference. You always gotta one-up me. What do you mean, do I even know when our anniversary is? I'm about 2 seconds away from going in my office. No, you're right. I think that's for the best, okay? By the way, the chicken was